Hi, welcome to another higher topic revision sheet or revision video. Today I'm looking at the sine rule, and this is a page taken from the Edexcel higher tier revision workbook. This is topic or page 99, and we're looking at the sine rule today. Okay, so question one, find the lengths of the side marked with a letter. So we're trying to find this side here. We've got some guided here. Using the sine rule, x over sine of 23, the opposite angle, is equal to 10.5 divided by sine of the opposite side. So they've done the next step of rearranging it by multiplying by sine 23 on both sides. So it's just a case of typing that into our calculator. So we're looking at 10.4 over sine 56, and we want to multiply that by sine 23. And that gives us, and I would, as I've mentioned in a few other videos, I tend to always go slightly more accurate and then round afterwards. That's my personal preference. I think it's a good habit for your exams as well. So if I was doing the word solutions for this without the guide, I would go write it more accurate than needed, and then I would round. Does it say to what degree of accuracy? It doesn't, so I'm going to go, let's say 4.90. One decimal place more than the question. Okay, part B, similar case. This time we're trying to work out y, so I'm going to say y over sine 43 is going to be equal to 7.3 over sine 68. I would much prefer to see this answer written to this decimal place rather than the rearrangement. So I'm just going to do that. So 7.3 over sine of 68, and I want to multiply that by sine of 43. So I'm going 5.36958 ... which is going to give me 5.37 to 2 decimal places. Okay, question 2, find the size of the angles marked with the letter. So whenever you're working with an angle, I tend to use the rearrangement. So sine A over B. So sorry, sine A over A is equal to sine B over B, and then rearrange from there. So I would agree with this step. I would probably jump straight to x being equal to shift sine, and I want to type into that as a fraction sine 49 over 25. Miss my bracket off there. Times by 16.2. Close my bracket up. That gives me 29. So I'd go 29.278 ... So to 3 decimal place. And I would, I'll go 29.28. And then for this one, I would go sine of y over the opposite side, 8.9, is equal to the sine of 74 over 15.2. And then I jump straight to y. So y is going to be equal to, and I'm just going to use the same sum and just change the values. So change that one to 74, change that value to 15.2, and change that value to 8.8. So I'll make that 33.815 ... And I've just spotted I've entered it in slightly wrong while I was looking through, just double checking my work. That should have been a 9 there, so I'm slightly out with my answer, so let's just change that. 34.2527 ... So I'm going to go 34.27 5. Okay, question 3. So calculate the length of AB, correct to 3 significant figures. Okay, so I'm going to put an X on AB just to show that, and my slight issue here is to use the sine rule I would need that angle there, and I've not got that angle there, but I can do 180 minus 65 plus 58 to work out that angle. So that's going to be equal to 180 minus 65 plus 58. That angle there would be 57. And from there, I'll change pen colour just to, because it's the second stage of my working. I'm going to say that x over sine 57 is going to be equal to 22.4 over the sine of the opposite angle. So don't get that confused, sine of 58. So x is going to be equal to 22.4 over sine 58. And I want to multiply that by sine of 57. Again, just double check my numbers before I press equals. 57 is this angle here. Yep, and yep. So I'm looking at 22.1523. So I'm going to go 22.15. Okay, question 4. The diagram shows a flagpole held by 2 ropes from point B. The angle of elevation to the top of the flagpole is 60 degrees. So that angle there is 60 degrees. From point A, the angle of elevation to the top of the flagpole is 72 degrees. So that's 72. And the distance A to B is 6.7. Find the height of the flagpole. So actually we want to work out this length here, x. So we can do it. We are going to have to either work out this length or work out this length. I'm going to work at this length just because 60 degrees is a nicer one to work with for my second part. So I'm going to call that y for now. If that's 72, then that's going to be 180 minus 72, so that's going to be 108. So I'll start over here. So y over sine of 108 is going to be equal to, and we'll need this angle here. So 180 minus 168 is going to be 12. Let's just double check my calculation there. 180 minus 60 minus 108 is 12, yeah. So 6.7 over sine of 12. So y is going to be equal to, and I'm going to keep this in my calculator memory for my next part. So 6.7 over sine of 12. And I want to times that by sine of 108. Sine of 108. So that's my value for y. So I'll write it here. 130.648 ... Right, and then I'm switching actually to Pythagoras now to work out the actual height. If this is my 60 degree angle, this would be the opposite side and this would be the hypotenuse. So I'm actually using the sine ratio, SOH, and I'm trying to work out O. So O is going to be equal to, actually, O is going to be equal to H times by sine. So X is going to be equal to y times by sine of 60. So if I times that by sine of 60, that should give us our answer. So I will just write it here again. So that's going to be 26.5 0.5419 dot dot dot. So I'm going to say that that's 26.54. Okay, hope you found that useful. That's that page. Again, that's from the higher tier revision workbook from Edexcel. Please subscribe if you like.